Do you know what it means to actually win La Liga by dunking on your bitter rivals, Real Madrid?
That is not going to happen.
All we need is 1 point.
That is not going to happen.
All we need is to tie this game.
That is not going to happen.
And guess what? We need Mbappe to come back.
No,
Mbappe
he will not come back.
For some reason, things will work well against the opposition.
Real Madrid fans have signed a petition. Over 1 million fans have signed a petition for Mbappe not to come back. I don't think it's going to prevent him from coming back or anything, but I think this game, Vinicius Junior plays and capitalizes and exploits Barcelona and then wins them. You guys are not winning the La Liga, beating Real Madrid. Hear me out. Welcome to episode 25 of the Scoreboard. Another interesting game day, and we are just recording immediately after the Champions League. What an amazing game today, amazing game. I mean, not as interesting as the one last week, PSG vs Bayern, not as interesting with the goals and everything, but, you know, what do you think? Do you think this game went according to plan?
Yes. I mean, the excitement was there, you know, the tension was there, but the goals were not there. That's the main thing. The main difference was the goals, but the anticipation, the pace of the game, and the desire to win was there. Like Bayern, they played a very good game. The only difference was that they didn't capitalize on those chances. They couldn't find those chances. I think those guys a little bit sore from the game last weekend, and even over the weekend when Bayern were down 2-0 against, I think, Heidenheim.
Yeah,
those guys actually came in and played the game because they wanted to win that game. So I think over the weekend they got a little bit tired trying to come back from that game, and they actually tied 3-3. But now, playing against PSG today, they were actually missing that last touch to score so many goals. But I think it was a very good game, a very, very good, interesting game so far from a perspective of pace, tension, chances, and overall tactics. So I love the game. I enjoyed the game for sure. But obviously, it was a low-scoring game, which was good because I had a bet on the under. So.
As usual. But there's a scheme going around that normally PSG plays they have 18 teams in their league, unlike the other teams that have like 20.
Yeah.
And then also their players Dembele has begun only about 10 to 11 league games. So their players are well rested compared to other teams that like Bayern Munich that went far in the Club World Cup and that played throughout the whole season. Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona, that their players play strong league games and then come to the Champions League and still suffer. By PSG, for example, their players go during the league and they don't play too much. They just play a little bit because they have Goncalo Ramos, the other people playing the league and pretty much winning the league. Like it's a farmers league pretty much. So there's a scheme going around that their players are more healthy, they're fresher, they can run more because they have rest when they are playing in the league. And the league also supports them by, for example, postponing the Lens match which they had and then moving in such a way that they could play a good game between Liverpool and have no game in between. What do you think about that scheme in general?
That's BS. That is total BS. If you ask me, right, I think Bayern and the German Bundesliga is no different from the Ligue 1. I think you've got a couple of strong teams. You've got obviously Bayern is a top team there. Leverkusen, Stuttgart, those are also very good teams.
Dortmund.
That you can feel like Dortmund. That's also a very good team. But I mean, PSG, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't for me. I don't think the rest would have made a huge. I mean, maybe the rest against. If Bayern had rested our players over the weekend, that would have made a difference, but they didn't rest the players. You've won the Bundesliga already a couple of weeks ago. Why are you putting everyone in the game to come and get a draw or to win against Heidenheim? It doesn't make sense. Rest those guys, keep them fit, keep them healthy, because they had to run today, but you didn't do that. So that's all on Company and not on the French Ligue 1. And talking about the number of games, the Bundesliga also has 18 teams.
Yeah.
So it's not like they play 20 or 9, like they play 38 games and, PSG played 34 games. So I also think PSG also played a tough game over the summer, playing the Club World Cup, passing through Real Madrid, Bayern, and then getting to Chelsea, and then going back to France, starting the Ligue 1. So those guys have actually been through a lot. They played Champions League finals, and then a lot of the players in PSG actually play for Portugal and Spain. And those were teams that actually went far in the Europe, in the Euro Nations League last year. So I think those guys had a long season as well. But I think if you look at the tactics and you look at the energy, I think those guys are a step ahead of many teams, and they're also very talented too. So I think We all know Bayern, so Bayern will always give you chances to score. Bayern conceded 3 goals from a bottom team over the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, you can't score against Bayern. You can always score. But I think sometimes in the Champions League, you also have to be able to defend the lead. And that is what PSG did. And that is why they are in the finals right now.
Okay, quick prediction for the finals. PSG vs Arsenal. Do you think it plays out like the same one which we watched here last season? PSG vs Inter Milan. Or do you think Arsenal hold it down because they have a very good difference?
I'm telling you this right now. Save the date. Today is May 7, 2026. 12:04 a.m. I'm going to give you the correct score prediction.
Okay.
For the UCL finals. PSG 1, Arsenal 0.
I'll take that every day. I'm a PSG hater. Professional hate watch. I'll take that any day, anytime. I'm going to take
that. Is the correct score.
I'm going to take the 1-0.
PSG is going to score 1 goal, but Arsenal will come up short. When PSG scores the first goal, right? Arsenal will pack the bus because they have to defend. They have to defend and give themselves a chance to actually score. But they won't be able to score because PSG is going to shut them down. No set pieces. That's not going to work. Arsenal, by nature, cannot really play open football like Bayern did. Bayern played very, very open football today and they couldn't score. Arsenal cannot even do that. So it's going to be a 1-0 win for PSG.
Interesting. But yeah, guys, tell me what do you think about this game and what's your prediction for the finals. But before we go ahead, welcome to Discover the Game, where we're going to be talking about interesting games, interesting bets as well, which you can follow as well. There's just so much. Thank you very much.
You also get to laugh at this. I have a question for you. Are you still a delusional Chelsea fan? Tell me, no, you're not delusional anymore. You've realized yourself.
Things are hard a little
So you've come to your senses.
Why would I be talking like this when you are about
Have you come to your senses?
We're going to have one trophy at the end of the season, so...
Oh, God. Brother.
It doesn't even make sense.
You've lost 6 Premier League games in a row. And you're saying we are going to have... I cannot wait for the FA Cup. So you're still delusional. Well, that's it. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what happened on Monday. Nottingham Forest played against Aston Villa in the Europa League, and they actually beat Aston Villa 1-0. So on Monday they had a game against Chelsea, and they rested everyone because they have an important game to play today, Thursday, and they rested everybody. In fact, they had the entire bench playing against Chelsea starters in the Premier League, and Chelsea, a team that needs to win games to finish in the top 6 or top 5 to get to the Champions League. They played their starters. You had Cole Palmer in the game. You had Enzo Fernandez. You had Joao Pedro. You had Cucurella. You had Gusto. You had Caicedo. All these guys started this game. And guess what? They got blown out by Nottingham Forest. So many losses. I can't even count the number of losses. In fact, I can count the number of wins Chelsea's had since January, and it's less than 3 in the Premier League. Man, talk to the people.
See, I've supported Chelsea too much. But at this point, Chelsea is just a disgrace. Chelsea is a disgrace. I feel bad for Joao Pedro, for example. Joao Pedro should leave Chelsea and go to a team like Barcelona where he can play and flourish. I feel like he's like a Ferrari parked in a car boat house. Chelsea feels like a car boat house to me. And what the EPL did should never repeat itself again. They should never put a Premier League game in the morning, which is like always... It's like 10 a.m. our time. They should never do that because that spoiled my Monday and that could have easily spoiled my whole week. I couldn't even talk to my manager. It felt like I could even get sacked. Like, if they play Premier League games on weekdays in the morning, it will be very bad. It's already so bad that they play Champions League games in the evening, in the afternoon, like towards the end of work. It's already so bad because you're a little bit distracted. But playing a Premier League game in the morning, that's the worst possible thing. Your day is completely destroyed. You get up on the morning and you feel like you want to watch a match and you watch Chelsea playing against Bakwa FC. Like, you see Nottingham Forest playing with people that you have never seen them, 18-year-old boys from the academy and stuff, and they were beating Chelsea 3-0 till Joao Pedro scored. Like, a complete disgrace all around. I don't know who someone, Cole Palmer is impersonating someone or someone is impersonating Cole Palmer because that is not the boy we know. Like, he needs to go take a rest. Like, this season should get over. I don't know if he should even go for the World Cup. He needs to go take a rest and then think about his life.
So let's move on to the next game.
Yep.
This was the biggest game of the weekend. I would say the entire weekend.
Yep, for
because
sure.
That was after Arsenal won the game against Fulham and we were waiting for Man City to respond. And we actually said it on this podcast that Everton is actually going to be very, very tough to beat in their home stadium. And guess what? It happened. Man City could not win. They couldn't get a victory. They actually survived Everton. Everton went up 3-1 after Man City actually started with the score 1-0 up at halftime. Everton scored 3 quick goals, and Man City, with Brendan Doku and Haaland, they tied the game 3-3. Man City is no longer the Man City of 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was so sure. They haven't been playing well this season. It was just so sure. It was just so sure. You could see that they don't have those, how will I put it? They don't have that killer instinct that they had, winning 18 games in a row, 17 games in a row. They don't have that killer instinct again. So I was just so sure that Man City couldn't do it. Like, they just, even though it began with a very funny mistake from Maggie, I feel so bad about him because he's just such a nice person. But I mean, they didn't play very well in general. So it's just, they don't have that killer instinct again in there. Maybe it's the players, I don't understand. No. But they just don't have that killer instinct in them.
Yeah, that was crazy. Drop 2 points. Arsenal have a chance now to win, to beat West Ham, even though it's gonna be a tough game. We're gonna talk about it. Go up 5 points. But yeah, I think there's still a title race. Arsenal are definitely still in it because Man City is definitely, they look weak. They look like they can drop points against anyone. I mean, give credit to Everton, they play so well.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be a very, very interesting last 3 weeks in the Premier League. But I just think Man City, they just have to keep playing. They just have to play, fix those defensive errors, and go play more attacking football. And hey, if Arsenal drop points, maybe Man City can get up there. But guess what? Arsenal are gaining numbers on the goal difference. That's a huge thing because they had +3 against Fulham.
Yeah.
And now Man City are basically -3 with 2 points down. So this is definitely a good game for Arsenal. And hey, we're gonna see what happens over the weekend.
But yeah, what do you think about this? Going to the next game, Arsenal versus Fulham. But what do you think about this? Do you think Arsenal drop any points? Because from the momentum which they had from Man City drawing the game to winning and going to Champions League final for the first time in 20 years, do you think that right now they will drop any points against the end of the season? I know you predicted them to win the Premier League, but what do you think? Do you think they drop any other point? They drop any points?
They could, but they shouldn't.
They have West Ham. They have Burnley, which at home, and then the last game is against Crystal Palace away.
Arsenal can win the Premier League title. Guess what? Burnley, they're gonna beat Burnley. Crystal Palace, they have Crystal Palace number. Crystal Palace are the team that can actually shake on Arsenal.
Yeah.
And obviously West Ham are their London rival. So I actually think Arsenal, they have everything they need to actually win the Premier League this season, like I predicted at the start of the year.
Yep.
But you just have to keep your head up. Ride this momentum into the game against West Ham and play very well. Play defensively, play offensively, score many goals, feed your striker, get Eze in the game, get your midfielders in the game, get your wingers in the game, be more direct, score goals, and defend. That's all you have to take for 3 games. You've been playing very well all season. Arsenal have lost less than 4 games all season across all competition.
Yeah.
So these 3 games, just win the games and win the Premier League title. It's that simple. When you win a Premier League title, you don't have enough confidence to go play the Champions League final. But for now, take it 1 game at a time. Play West Ham very, very well. You can beat those guys. Brentford beat those guys 3-0 over the weekend. Beat West Ham. Go on, beat Burnley. Go on, beat Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace lost 3-0 over the weekend against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Go on, beat Crystal Palace. Win the Premier League for the first time in 20+ years. Go to the Champions League final. And obviously, you're going to do as you're told in the Champions League final. So.
But yeah, I think Arsenal are doing good, and I think that they definitely get it done for me. I feel like they will win the Premier League.
Yeah, no, I definitely think
yeah.
Man City. I mean, we always like to ride moments in the league when Man City beat Arsenal. We're like, oh, the league is over, and then now Man City drop points, and we're like, well, Arsenal is back.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's 1 game at a time, and each game comes with its own consequences, and you have to play very well to actually give yourself the best chance to win.
Yeah, technically, I don't really care if Arsenal win the league because, to be honest, they have already won Premier League before, so this just adds to their numbers. I think they have won 3, they'll have 4, and they'll still have more than Chelsea, so I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to win the Champions League. But enough of that. Another game which we spoke about last week and predicted extremely well was Man U versus Liverpool. We said that Man U just had a little bit more than Liverpool. It's a close game, don't get me wrong, but Man United just have a little bit more than Liverpool. What do you think about that game?
Liverpool, I said it here that I know Liverpool mess up Liverpool messed up this game, and they actually did.
They had 3 goals given to them.
You considered 3 goals against Man United. In fact, you allowed yourself to get swept by Man United. You lost 2-1 at home to Man United, and now you're losing 3-2 on the road at Old Trafford. That is crazy, Liverpool. That is so crazy. I don't even believe this. But Liverpool, they don't play well on the road. Like we said, they lost to Brighton, they barely won against Everton, and now they lost to Manchester United. Tough team. There's something wrong with Liverpool, but hey, it is what it is. They're still going to play Champions League football, unlike some other teams. So I don't really blame them. Man United are playing very well. Man United also beat Arsenal. They beat City. They beat Villa. They've beaten every top 5 team in the Premier League. So they are very, very good. They get enough rest and they are feeling very well. Casemiro is playing very well. So Liverpool, I understand you guys lost the game, but I think Man United showed that they were the better team overall on Sunday.
On to the next game. Tottenham Hotspur and Roberto De Zerbi. That guy has done extremely well. Spurs hasn't won a game for the past since the season began, and now back-to-back games he's done extremely, extremely well. Do you think Spurs finally escape relegation?
I'm sure you're very, very sad. I'm sure you're very sad because you're looking to Spurs getting relegated. But that's surely not going to happen because Spurs are 2 points clear of West Ham right now, and West Ham have to play Arsenal. They're actually going to drop points against Arsenal, and obviously Spurs will play Leeds at home. So maybe that's a good chance for them to win the game, or at least get another point and be at least 1 game ahead of West Ham in the relegation zone. So I think De Zerbi is doing very well. Spurs have a very good chance of staying in the Premier League, and I think they'll capitalize on this over the weekend. But yeah, I think he's doing a good job. Aston Villa slipped up over the weekend because they have to play Forest. They're resting players.
Yeah,
that's how it is. But Spurs, I know you're not going to get your wish. Spurs will stay in the Premier League next season.
The plan was to actually relegate them on the penultimate game of the season. Game week 37, we are going to face them, and the aim was to relegate them. That was the aim. That would have been so good for me. Imagine West Ham beats Arsenal go down, Arsenal in second, and then we hold Tottenham, beat them and relegate them. Excellent. That would just be excellent for me.
That's the dream scenario for Chelsea fans.
Dream scenario, but it doesn't always work in our favor. But
the guys don't know how to win games.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult for us, but yeah, I think De Zerbi is just a very good coach, to be honest. I think that's somebody that I would have liked for him to come to Chelsea. Right now, I don't know, there are a couple of people, Fabregas, this and that, but, De Zerbi is a very good coach. I would have really liked for him to come to Chelsea because I like his philosophy. I like the way he plays. And I also think he's a good coach for a team like Barcelona as well. Yeah.
Chelsea's issue is not the coach, it's the players and the management. But that's not the topic of discussion today. We're talking about Spurs. But yeah, De Zerbi, excellent coach. I think he knows how to win. He knows how to plan it, prepare players for games. And that's what he's been doing to Spurs. I mean, Spurs could not even win a single game since 2026 started.
Yeah.
And they actually went into Birmingham and they beat Villa 2-1. That is very, very impressive. And I think they ride this game on to the next games in the league for the league and stay in the Premier League for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I definitely do not think they're relegated. Very good coach, very good at everything. But I mean, that's it, guys. Tell us what is your best game so far this weekend or last weekend, and thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Now, over to the very, very interesting week. Very, very interesting new week coming up. And the first game of the weekend, early kickoff. Something which we hate very much. Early kickoff. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Away from home. Liverpool versus Chelsea. Chelsea, after losing to Nottingham Forest Team B, I don't know exactly what you're going to do against Liverpool. I don't know if I should even watch the match. At that day in the morning, we have training for obviously a very big game coming up, Machala should work, but I don't know if I should even watch the game. At this point in time, maybe I should follow my friends like Betika and then just go and play the game in the morning and then come and hear the scores because it feels so depressing watching Chelsea right now. You cannot beat Nottingham Forest Team F. They want to play against Liverpool. Even if Liverpool is in the worst possible form, I just don't think that we lay a finger on them. I'm still definitely wishing that we try and do something, but it's just the thing to, it's like when you're a fan, you're a fan. But at this point in time, nothing in me, blood, body, and soul, feels that we can even get something at this point in time. It's just me being a fan, hoping that something can, but it's just so depressing. The pain is just too much at this point.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. I mean, the thing is, I've been trying to get you to understand the situation of your team. Maybe, just maybe, if you were listening to me the entire season, you'd have been used to this and that wouldn't bother you anymore. But I actually feel like you were being so delusional, you were believing in something that wasn't there, and now the reality is checking in on you and you're being shocked. And you're like, man, you've not won up to 3 Premier League games in January. But hey, good luck to you, man. Good luck to you against Liverpool. Good luck to you. I mean, I hope when the summer comes, you're going to take time and rest. Get away from Chelsea, focus on the World Cup, enjoy the World Cup, because next year, you won't play in Europe, man. I'm sorry.
How they say something?
I understand. You don't even remember what he says. Chelsea is dunking on you. But I feel you, bro. But Liverpool, Chelsea, this is gonna be a win for Liverpool. Easy win.
Yeah.
Easy domination. Easy win for Liverpool. Like a 2-0 win for Liverpool, basically.
Yeah, for me, if Aston Villa doesn't beat Nottingham Forest tomorrow and go to the finals, I know that we don't have any chance to go to Europe. So I would not even care about watching the game, to be honest. I'll just come and hear the scores after. That's it for me. I'm not even bothered about it.
Oh, I thought you said you were going to win the FA Cup and go to Europe.
I mean, that's it. But the FA Cup, the match against Liverpool has nothing to do with the FA Cup. So pretty much have nothing to do with the league. It's the FA Cup or nothing, So I'll never even bother about it. But yeah, another team which has been doing very, very good this season, we have Manchester United go to face Sunderland. Man United have been doing extremely good. They have won their last 2 games in a row, beating Liverpool. And they pretty much want to help the United strand cut his hair off. And they're on a very, very good path. Man United, I feel like they're going to destroy Sunderland. They have all the tools in place to destroy Sunderland. Sunderland began the season extremely well, but I feel like Man United go in here and they absolutely annihilate Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland have a good core. I don't think it's going to be 3-0, 4-0, but I feel like it's going to be at least 2-0 or maybe 3-1. But yeah, what do you think about this game?
I think United, they should win this game, but Sunderland at home, man, those guys, it's not easy to win them.
Very stubborn.
They actually had a 2-2 tie against Arsenal a few months ago, so they don't really give out wins like that. Those had a tie against Man City. So when I'm looking at this game, I'm like, okay, Man United, if you have to win this game, you have to play very, very defensive games. And you also have to be very good on attack. Brian Dumo and all the other guys on front. They really have the quality. They've got the speed, they've got the technique, they've got the quality to score goals. But you have to be able to defend as well, because I think Sunderland, those fans are so electric that they could actually beat you because of the fans. The fans are like a 12th player in the game. So Man United, I think this game is definitely very winnable, but you have to be very, very prepared to play 90 minutes intense game against Sunderland for sure.
Yeah, that will be intense. I just feel like Man United have a little bit too much, to be honest. But, very, very great game.
Yeah.
And now this one, over to you. Manchester City versus Brentford. After a terrible performance, I wouldn't call it terrible, but to me it's terrible. A very terrible performance where they drew 3-3. And now they are actually behind Arsenal in everything, goal difference, points and everything. They now go over to face Brentford. A Brentford side coming fresh from a 3-0 win. What do you think happens in this game?
So what I think happens in this game is that Man City will win this game. I think Man City gets the win easily against Brentford at home. Brentford are playing very well, but Man City will play very much better at home. Home stadium, home crowd is going to be a very, very bad atmosphere for Brentford, and Man City actually wins and closes the gap on goal difference. I think Man City can win this game up to 3-0 or 4-0 if they play their full game, because Brentford lost to Man United and actually saw the way they played. I think if Man City can actually compose themselves, play collective football, press very well, defend very well, play like they did against Arsenal in the EFL Cup finals, you can actually win this game easily, 3-0, 4-0, and close the gap on Arsenal, give them pressure when they play against West Ham on Sunday. So I definitely know that Man City will win this game. The issue is by how many goals will they win this game?
Yeah, same here. And I think even my bet, as we're talking further, I think my bet is going to come out from this game. City, they're going to dominate this game, shots, goals, everything. They just have to do that because they have nothing else to play for.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's just completely that, and then the FA Cup, but I think it's just completely that dominate Brentford and, keep themselves within touching distance of Arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And talking about Arsenal, very big game, West Ham versus Arsenal, not London derby. What do you think regarding this game? I hope the Arsenal players haven't been drinking too much from their celebrations going to the UCL final. The celebrations going to UCL final was as if they had won 4 trophies at once. It was just so electric. People were shouting up and down. Arteta was dancing with Trossard.
I've never seen Arteta dance like that ever.
How will you say a coach celebrates like that for qualifying for the UCL finals?
That's history. They haven't been there in 20 years. It's history. History.
And it's sure they haven't won the trophy though. They haven't won it, but they haven't been there in 20 years. I understand it, but it's just so fun that this team can say end up trophyless. But the good thing is that when you're in the moment, you have to celebrate the moment.
Yeah.
You have to celebrate the moment. But you think that there are 2 things happen? There are 2 possible things here. You're too excited. You have celebrated too much. You don't focus, and then you come here and then you mistakenly get a draw, or they come here with that full momentum, focus like Declan Rice said, and they come and annihilate West Ham.
Yeah, I think they beat West Ham. Unfortunately, I think Arsenal will beat West Ham because West Ham had a chance against Brentford to actually tie the game, but on the road it's tough. At home, I think Arsenal will win Brentford easily. This is going to be an easy win. Sorry, Arsenal will beat West Ham. Yeah. This is going to be an easy win for Arsenal.
But this is also a relegation battle for West Ham as well. Remember, they are also fighting a big relegation battle.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they're not putting any threat towards Arsenal at this point?
I mean, they do.
Olympic Stadium?
They do. But guess what? It was also a relegation battle last weekend when they went to play Brentford. And they lost 3-0, man. No, hell no. Arsenal will be too much for West Ham to handle.
Yeah, and honestly, Arsenal, West Ham, it's always like 4-0 in the first half. Exactly. I can remember the last 2 meetings and stuff like that. Arsenal, they're winning 4-0 by first half, and then fans are leaving the stadium. It's very, very common in this particular fixture, Arsenal versus West Ham.
Yeah.
So
even though within the last 4 years when Arsenal bought to the league, West Ham actually beat Arsenal 2-0 at the Emirates Stadium at some point in time. So you don't have to underestimate the Hammers. But I think the Hammers are not playing their best football right now. Jared Bowen is suffering. They don't have Prowse anymore who has been in midfield. I mean, they do have good players right now, but I don't think they have enough to stop this specific Arsenal team who are so juiced up by the win against Atletico Madrid. I think this is going to be a win for Arsenal easily, man.
Yeah, I think I'll have to concur with you on that. But yeah, now over to the biggest game.
Over to El Clasico. Listen. Real Madrid. First of all, there's not going to be any penalty in this game for you. That's the first thing. There won't be a penalty for Madrid, which means Barca wins this game. This is the Sunday. Do you know what it means to actually win La Liga by dunking on your bitter rivals, Real Madrid?
That is not going to happen.
All we need is 1 point.
That is not going to happen.
All we need is to tie this game.
That is not going to happen. And
guess what? We need Mbappe to come back.
No, Mbappe he will not come back.
For some reason, things will work well against the opposition.
Real Madrid fans have signed a petition. Over 1 million fans have signed a petition for Mbappe not to come back. I don't think it's going to prevent him from coming back or anything, but I think this game, Vinicius Junior plays and capitalizes and exploits Barcelona and then wins them. You guys are not winning the La Liga, beating Real Madrid. Hear me out.
We don't have to beat Real Madrid.
Or even drawing again. It's not going to happen.
Madrid is not going to sweep us, brother. As a matter of fact, I have my brother. I'm going to surprise him on Sunday. I'm just going to show up at his house with a bottle of Heineken and say, hey, Grant, get this bottle of wine. Let's watch the game. And I'm going to surprise him because I called him earlier this year and I say, hey, you know what we're going to see in May? It's going to be a good game. I was like, no. I still come to his house. I'm going to be at his place this Sunday and we're going to watch El Clasico. It's going to be fun. I'm going to get my Barca jerseys. I'm going to wear all of them. The orange, the red, the black, the white. Every single thing I'm going to wear them. And we're going to watch the game because this Sunday, Real Madrid, as soon as the 90-minute whistle blows, you're going into the tunnel because there's no way you're going to sit there and watch us celebrate winning La Liga by winning La Liga on
your head.
We're going to win La Liga on your head, Real Madrid. Unfortunately for you. I understand you've got 15 Champions League titles. Yes, if you can bring them to the stadium, bring them to the stadium and show us. But on that same day, we're going to show you guys La Liga 2026 champions. And we're going to thank you for coming to... Imagine coming to the Camp Nou and knowing that you're going to come to hand the league title to Barca.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Oh my gosh, Madrid. Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
And talking about Madrid, there's this big thing going on right now. Mbappe out. But what do you think about Mbappe's role and Vinicius Junior's role? I know I've spoken about this in detail, but what do you think about Mbappe's role and Vinicius Junior's role? Do you feel like Vinicius Junior is more of an addition or a plus to Real Madrid's team than Mbappe? This is not more like who is better as a player. It's more of do you feel like is a better addition to the Real Madrid squad? Is it Vinicius Junior or Mbappe if they're playing alone in the team?
Bro, when I say better addition, Vinicius has been there before Mbappe. He's won 2 Champions League titles before Mbappe came in. So that's his position. He's the starting left winger for Madrid.
So if you were to take, for example, you're the GM or you're Florentino Perez at this point in time, what decision do you make at this point?
What position did they sign Mbappe to come play?
As a striker, but we all know that that's not going to work, to be honest.
Well, you have to learn how to be a striker. You have to learn how to stay with the centre backs. You have to learn how to make those runs. You have to be patient in your position. And you have to press, you have to defend, you have to do a lot of stuff as a striker. Mbappe, you have to learn the position because there's no way you're going to be playing left wing with Mbappe, with Vinicius Junior in the same game. You will have to play striker. He's going to learn. And guess what? Maybe Perez is going to use this opportunity to bring in Jose Mourinho to come in there and then set those players straight. Yeah. Because Mourinho is the chosen one. He's the one that has coached legends, Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Bro, he's coached so many great players. Arbeloa himself. Ronaldo, Benzema, like Pepe. You're talking about the legends of the game. Mesut Ozil.
Yeah. If somebody can talk to...
He can coach those players. Mourinho has won a Champions League with Porto. Like, if he can come in here and say, hey, Mbappe, this is how you're going to play. Stay here. Play like this. Samuel Eto'o used to play right back for Mourinho.
Yeah.
So there's no you're going to tell me that you cannot listen to instructions. And guess what? If Mbappe can't listen to Mourinho, then it even proves why Luis Enrique was very much willing to let him go, because apparently he can score goals, but he can't listen to instructions. So I think if Madrid brings in Mourinho, then they have a good chance of sticking to a settled system that can work well for them. So Madrid don't write off Mbappe yet because he's still one of the top 3 best players in the world right now. There's no way. Not only say, no way. Mbappe is still top 3, top 2 best players in the world. So right now, don't write him off. Just be patient with him. And guess what? Barca, we are really broke. We are so broke because if we had finance, we would have gotten Mbappe if you guys don't want him. Imagine Mbappe and Lamine Yamal.
Only if dreams of horses beggars to ride, But
yes, if there's this saying, I don't remember the saying.
The saying doesn't exist.
It's a saying. But anyways,
if Barca can win the Champions
good luck
League,
to you guys. We are going to take La Liga this time around. You can come back next season. We won La Liga last year, the domestic treble. We won La Liga this year. Go guys, go get a good summer. Go get a good World Cup and come back next season because this Sunday is going to be fun for us. Thank you.
Okay. And now that's it. Over to our best bets. And I'll be starting this time around with the best bets. First of all, I'm going to go to the Man City versus Brentford game. This game, I'm expecting full out and all out attack from Man City. I'm going Man City win. And I'm going Man City shot here. It's huge, about 1.8. I'm taking all of that. Man City win and Man City shot at this point in time. And the team that has never let me down since the season began, I'm going with Leipzig and my player, Jan Diomande. I'm going with Leipzig win versus St. Pauli, and I'm going with Leipzig over 14.5 shots versus St. Pauli. That's about 2.8 all in total. I'm going huge here. Man City win, Man City 14.5 shots, Leipzig win, Leipzig 14.5 shots, and cash it.
Well, that's a great one because I'm going to steal some legs from his parlay. This weekend for me, I'm going to be very, very easy, very simple. I'm going to take the teams playing at home. Home teams this weekend. Man City win against Brentford. That's very easy. I think Man City gets the job done easily. Liverpool, I've got Liverpool to win or draw against Chelsea. Chelsea haven't won up to 4 games since 2026 started. There's no way they beat the Reds at Anfield. They can't even beat me. Chelsea can't even beat me. So I've got Liverpool to win or draw. And the third and final leg, this is me betting with my heart and not my head. Barcelona to win or draw against Madrid. Pain. Golden chance. We are going to beat Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. Or we're going to tie against Real Madrid in the Camp Nou. And we're going to win La Liga. And we want to have them stand in the stadium and watch us win a league title. Oh, guess what? They'll do the same thing they did when we played against them in the Super Cup, where Xabi Alonso was like, "Hey guys, you gotta appreciate the charms." And Rodrigo and Mbappe were like, "What are you guys doing there? Come on, let's move." But this weekend, you're gonna watch Barca dominate Real Madrid, bro. Domination. Come on, man. We're gonna deal with those guys. By the 75th minute, you're gonna be seeing passes. Oh wait. You're gonna see all of those things by the 75th minute in the game because it's gonna be total annihilation. Barca to win a draw, 3 legs, 2 odds, and I'm gonna be having a great weekend.
Okay, guys. I mean, you guys need to cash this out because it's all cash here. But obviously, thank you very much, and keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.